So our last station for review is the property of logarithms, and this is the next to the last lesson that we did. So this was from lesson 9.5, and you had basically found properties in, you examined those and looked at them on the calculator, and then from there figured out what the properties were. So this just shows you a review of the properties. You should have a paper that has these properties where we filled them in class. Okay, so we had the log base b of 1 equals 0, the log base b of b equals 1, the log base b of b to the n equals n. Then we had the log base b of xy is the log base b of x plus the log base b of y. And we had the log base b of x divided by y is the log base b of x minus the log base b of y. Then we had for any base, the log base b of x to the m equals m log base b of x. So those are our properties. And what that allows us to do is to rewrite some of these and maybe know how to do them without using our calculator. So for instance, if I told you that the log of 12 was 1.1, the log of 9 was, the log of 8 was 0.9, the log of 7 was 0.8, and ask you to find the log of 7/8. Using the principles, using the properties, you could say, okay, well, let me think about that. Probably shouldn't do green on green. So you could say, well, I could rewrite this as the log, why am I doing that? I don't want that to be green. I want that to be black. Okay. The log of 7 minus the log of 8. Well, I don't know the log of 7, the log of 8. This is the non-calculator portion. But I do, because in the problem it told me the log of 7 was about 0.8 and the log of 8 was about 0.9. So when I do this, 0.8 minus 0.9 is 0.1. So that should be my answer. So that's how you can rewrite these using those properties. Okay, now here's a more challenging one. The log base 6 of 8 is 1.2, the log base 6 of 7 is 1.1, and the log base 6 of 10 is 1.3, and they ask you to find the log base 6 of 800. Well, that's a little different in that, what is the log base 6 of 800? I don't know. But can I write 800 in terms of what I do know? Well, I do know that the log base 6 of 8, right? And I know 800 is 8 times 100. So I could change this to say the log base 6 of 8 times 100. Okay, well, I still don't know 100, but I could change that to say the log base 6 of 8 times 10 squared, right? Because 100 is 10 squared. So that would tell me I could write this as the log base 6 of 8 plus 2 times the log base 6 of 10. Well, the log base 6 of 8 is 1.2. And plus 2 times the log base 6 of 10 is 1.3. So 1.2 plus 2.6 equals 3.8. And that should be my answer if I check. Hey, it is. So that's what the properties allow you to do, to be able to rewrite those numbers as other numbers. Okay, so that's what you need to look at as you're doing that last station. Alrighty?